All right. So we're going to go over 9E pre-AP notes right now. And again, I'm going to skip over the easier stuff that's on the videos. So all this stuff here, these four figures, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then these two figures under the shaded area there, that's all on the 9D composite figures video. Okay. So I don't go over the answers, but I pretty much teach you guys how to set the problems up. All you're doing, there's multiple shapes. You combine the shapes, you get the areas of those things, add them together, or subtract them if there's a hole, and that's that. Okay. So again, the 9D composite figures video um, has these. You may have to skip it around a little bit, but it'll have all 6 of these problems in there for you guys to sort of do. Okay. I want to come down to these ones. These ones are a little bit more um, challenging, and then we're going to go to the back and talk about the back. All right. Now, on these, when we're trying to find the shaded area, okay, well, in this thing, the shaded area is all this gray stuff around the back here, and there the shaded area is sort of all that red area there. But there's no formula to find the shaded area. How would we find the shaded area in this hexagon with a circle around it? All right, well, let me ask you guys this. What 2 shapes do we have here? Okay, we have a circle and a hexagon, right? Circle and a hexagon, okay? Um, Now, we could add them or we could subtract them. I mean, I don't know. If we're trying to find the shaded area. Uh-huh. Good. We have to do the circle area, and we have to subtract the hexagon area. Okay? So if we find the area of the circle, that's all of this, right? The area of the circle is all of that, right? Well, if we take away the hexagon, so we take all this stuff away, all right, we're left with the shaded area, okay? So we have to find the area of the circle. We're going to subtract the area of the hexagon, okay? Well, the area of the circle is easy. Okay, what's the area formula for a circle? Pi r squared. Did they give us the r? Yeah, it's 8, okay? So we know we're going to have pi times 8 squared. Okay, we're going to have pi times 8 squared there, okay? Now we have to find the area of the hexagon, and so for the hexagon, we know it's going to be perimeter times apothem divided by 2. Okay, so what we got to find with the hexagon is the perimeter and the apothem. Okay, this will take us back to our 9C notes here. Okay, so they gave us this thing in the hexagon. What is this thing in the hexagon? That's a radius, okay? So if we go to our 9C notes, we have to use the radius to find the side length, and we got to use the radius to find the apothem, okay? So it was on that second page of 9C, I believe. And so we need to find a side length first, okay? If they give us the side length, or check that, sorry. If they give us the radius, what's the formula for side length? It should be more towards like the bottom half of that page. What you got? No. That's the apothem. Look towards the bottom of that page when they give us the radius. Side equals something. Yep. So the side is going to be 2 times the radius, so 2 times 8 times sine of theta. Now, if If it's a hexagon, what's our theta going to be? $30. Good. All right. So the side length of this hexagon is 2 times the radius times sine of 30. Okay, 30 is our theta. And remember, our theta angle, I'm just going to sort of write this up here. Theta is always going to be 180 divided by our number of sides. Okay, so whenever we're doing that, our theta angle is going to be 180 divided by our number of sides. Okay, so the side length is going to be 2 times 8 times sine 30. And what's that going to be? Should be a nice clean number. Sorry, it's 8. 8. All right. So the side length is 8. Okay, and it's a hexagon. So perimeter. $48. 8 times 6 is going to be 48. All right. All right. So now we need the apothem. And so the apothem, if they give us the radius, it should be right underneath this formula. What was it, Alexandra? Were you saying something? Or that was Anaya? What were you saying, Anaya? Um, it'd be 8. Oh, so he's saying radius times cosine theta? That you're saying for apothem? Yeah, apothem is going to be radius times cosine theta. So apothem is going to be 8 cosine 30. Where did I have that written up there? I don't know. I don't remember having that written up. All right. So the apothem is 8 cosine 30. I want to say it was 6.9. Don't quote me on that. I think it was. That's what it was. It is. Okay. What'd you got? For like the final answer? For the hexagon? Okay. So the area you said, Preston, is 48 times 6.9 divided by 2. And you said it was 166.3? Okay. All right. Hey, can I erase all this stuff right here, or do y'all still need it? Does anybody still need that? You could go back on the video and do that, but if anybody needs it. Everybody's good there? We got the side A. Okay, remember, that's all off the 6C, or the, not 6C, the 9C notes. All right. Got to clean this up because I'm kind of running out of space here. Okay, so coming back to our original equation. So we have pi times 8 squared, which is our circle area, minus the hexagon area, which was, perimeter times apothem divided by 2, which we said was 166.3. And the pi times 8 squared, was that like 200 something? It was 200, about 201 maybe? 201, 200.96, I think, something like that. Y'all tell me, pi times 8 times 8. You said 201. Am I losing you, Alexandra? Yeah. Okay. All right. So remember, we're going back to big picture here. To find the area, the shaded area, so this gray area here, we have to do the full circle. okay, which is pi times 8 squared. And we got to minus the hexagon. So the hexagon area was 166.3 because we had to do perimeter times apothem divided by 2 over here. Okay. Excuse me? I'm sorry? Yeah, I mean, it's just a rounding thing. So 165, 166. These big numbers they're going to get a little off depending on how you round. So if our answers are just veer 1 or 2 off, it's not a big deal. So I believe that was about 201. And we minus the 166. 34.7. Okay. I'm going to say it's about 35. I mean, you might get 35, 34, 36, somewhere around there, but the circle area was 201. The hexagon was 166, right? So the full circle is everything minus the 166 of the hexagon. So that shaded area is approximately 35. All right, is everybody getting this stuff down? All right. We'll give you all a minute to write down what you need, and then we'll look at this next one here. Yes. Okay, so remember the area for a hexagon or any regular pentagon is perimeter times apothem divided by 2. Okay? It's this formula down here in the bottom left. All right? So, in order to get the perimeter and the apothem, all right, we had to really get the side length in the apothem. You with me on that? So they give us the radius. So we went back to our C notes to get our side length and our apothem from that. Okay? And so our C notes got us a side length of 6. No, wait. Side was 8, excuse me. So the C notes gave us a side of 8 and an apothem of 6.9, given that the radius was 8. Okay? So we needed to use those to get the area of the hexagon. Okay? So perimeter being 48, apothem being 6.9, so 48 times 6.9 divided by 2. The hexagon area was 166.3. Y'all with me there? We can look at the next one, and maybe this will make a little bit more sense here. Wesley, you found along, man? Okay. All right, here we got to find a shaded area. Let's look at big picture here. Again, anytime we have to find a shaded area, a lot of times we're going to have to take something and subtract something. Okay? So to find a shaded area here, we have to do the area of what minus the area of what? Okay? Okay. So on this next one, we got to do the pentagon minus the circle. Okay? Pentagon area minus the circle area. Again, the circle area is very straightforward. We have a radius. What's the radius?
The radius is
6. So we know we're going to minus pi times 6 squared. All right? But we need to find the pentagon area. We have to find the area of the pentagon. Remember, the area of the pentagon is going to be perimeter times the apothem divided by 2. What is this 6 right here in the pentagon? Is that the radius?
that's the radius of the circle.
That's the radius of the circle. It's the apothem of the pentagon, okay? So we know the apothem of that pentagon is 6. Okay? So what we need to find is the side.
2A times
2 times 6 times tan of what?
10, which would be
Okay, if it's a pentagon, theta is what?
36.
36. All right. So the apothem is 6, so the side is going to be 2 times theta times tan 36. Oh, shucks. So sometimes that writing copies down, sometimes it doesn't. I'll duck down on the floor so y'all can see. I feel like an idiot right here, but it's for y'all to see, and so that's the most important thing. I just hope I don't get observed. They're gonna be like, "Why is Coach Pap under the desk? It's not a tornado drill." So what's 2 times 6 times tan 36?
8.7.
Okay. All right. I'm running out of room. I'm gonna put the perimeter down here. So the A is 6. The side is 8.7.
My final answer was 1. My final answer was 34.9.
What's the perimeter going to be with the side being 8.7? 43.5, yeah. Yep. So the perimeter is going to be 43.5. All right. So now to find our hexagon area, we have, or pentagon, excuse me, 43.5 times 6 divided by 2. And 43.5 times 6 divided by 2, man, I don't remember what that was. Like 130-ish, something like that? 130.5? Okay. So the area of the hexagon is 130.5. Pentagon, why do I keep saying hexagon? Heck. All right. So we have 130.5 minus pi times 6 squared. And pi times 6 squared, I think it was like 100 something, wasn't it? Anybody have the final? Okay. So we have 130.5 minus 113. It's like 17.5 maybe? 17.4? Okay. Yeah, I mean the way I have it up here is about 17.5. If you're at 17.5 or really close to that, then you're good. So 17.4, 17.5, 17.6. Again, the rounding on these is a little off. Anything that involves tangents and sines and cosines and pies, we're going to get some heavy decimals right there, okay? Our final equation, once we found all of our things, was this. The 130.5 minus 113, okay? So the pentagon area was 130.5. The circle area is 113. Okay. And so, sorry? And so we're left with this shaded red area there, which is 17.5. All right. What I'm going to do tomorrow I'll record sort of the back half of 9E and then the first part of 9F. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Oh, we have time because Miss Sandoval's not going to be here Friday. So Since a lot of y'all will be out, I'll record the backside of E and F because they kind of go together anyway. Um, that way, when we have our warm up assignment on Friday, we will, we'll have everything at our disposal. Okay. Anybody have any questions on that? All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut the recording down. The writing is going to disappear when I hit stop. So, does anybody need to see that one more time? Take a picture, write down anything. Going once, going twice. Good. Nobody else? Okay.